Hello, welcome back to Ben Leo tonight, only on GB News. Now, I'm not sure if you saw this, but Mo Farah, one of Britain's most celebrated Olympians, who was offered safety and sanctuary by this country as a child fleeing Somalia, well, he's made a pretty controversial claim, saying Qatar is safer for his family than London. Despite growing up in the capital after arriving as a child refugee, Mo Farah has now moved his family of 5 to the Middle East. He told the Daily Telegraph, "It's much safer than London. I started to worry living in London because you can educate your kids as much as you can, but if they get in the wrong place at the wrong time, you see a lot of stuff happening. That is a worry." Crime in London, of course, and all across the UK is clearly a worry for all of us, but is Qatar honestly safer? They sit slap bang in the middle of one of the world's hottest conflict zones, with Israel, Gaza and Iran all being close neighbours. And let's hope none of Mo's kids end up being gay, because they could end up being arrested, prosecuted and deported, like this British citizen was last year in what his family insist was a dating app sting manufactured by Qatari authorities. So the big question tonight is Mo Farah right to say Qatar is a safer place to live than London? Joining me to thrash this out are the Iranian dissident Niak Gorbani and founder of the independent coalition Javed Bashir. Good evening, chaps. Thank you for your company. Javed, I'll start with you. What's your take? Is Mo Farah right or wrong?
If you look at the numbers, crime rate, it definitely is right. Qatar comes top 3 in terms of one of the most safest countries in the whole world, according to the Numero Safety Index. Street crime hardly ever exists. There are other issues and whatnot, but then the big question is about what is the price of that safety? It's freedom, ultimately. But if you just look at it from a numerical point of view, crime in London is apparently massively high.
So Qatar is safe. You think it's one of the safest countries in the world, but that comes at a cost of freedom. OK, Niak, you were giggling a little bit there.
Who is a criminal here in London? You have to actually answer this question first. And who made the chaos here in London? You have to find out first and saying, yeah, where is safer? If you saying the Qatar is more safer than London, it's really, you have to go to, visiting your psychologist. I mean, I think, because, Qatar is always funding the terrorists and supporting Hamas.
But we're talking about domestics here, not about the international affairs. But if you look at the numbers, you can argue with the numbers, whether the numbers are right or wrong. Street crime hardly ever happens. And there's a reason why he's sort of packed his bags and gone out there. But there is a price to be paid for that. And if he's willing to pay that price, that's his choice.
It's look like you're saying that Iran is more safer than London. For example, Tehran is more safe than London.
People of affluence.
How you actually
are you measuring
choose between them? Yeah.
The Libya Safety Index is a classic example. So if you look at the numbers within London, within the UK in itself, London is proportionally much more dangerous, more violent.
Who made London more dangerous?
Who made London dangerous, Nick? You said that twice now. Who has made London dangerous? Migrants? Yeah, migrants. The Islamists and leftists who washing their brain, actually the Islamists washing the leftist brain, and they are making chaos.
Where have they come from? Where have they come from? Where did they come from? So you can't blame migrants for everything that's happening.
They're coming from Middle East, they're coming from Africa, they're coming from all around the world. They're washing their brain.
But there's no crimes before immigrants were there. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Niak,
there's no crimes. Is that what you're saying? There's no crimes in London specifically before the immigrant population arrived. So you're talking about the Irish, the Jews, the pagans that were there before them, centuries ago. What's your time frame and what you're comparing here? So there is a problem. Nobody denies that. But if you look at the numbers on their own, Qatar is a safer place, but it's at the cost of an authoritarian regime where you've got no freedom, no dissent, no ability to actually have your individual rights.
For example, the leader of
Mo Farah is not a terrorist.
Hamas leaders are there and safe. They are safe.
Niak, I will say,
they're on the diplomatic community.
Javed, I'm just going to ask Niak a question. I would say that I would partially agree that migration has had an effect on crime all across the UK, but in Qatar and even Dubai, the UAE say, I've heard senior people from the UAE publicly say, we don't have the level of Islamists in the UAE as we do in London. So if I was moving out of the UK or London, I don't live in London, thank God, but if I was moving anywhere, I would probably go to the UAE simply because it's safe and it's a decent place to raise children. I mean, do you accept that fact?
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely, yes. Yeah,
but yet you don't think London is safer than Qatar?
Listen, when you seen yesterday, the report from the Parliament came out and say the IRGC made a plan to actually threaten the Iranians. You know, as Iranians, I feel the threat, but I never saying that Iran is safer than London and UK. This is totally wrong when someone... This is actually insult the British society. If you're saying, UK, the Qatar is safer than London, it's really insult...
So did you say Gaza is safer than London?
It's look like you know the Israelis choosing for their safety going to Gaza.
That Gaza is safer than London, or did I mishear?
Where is safer than London?
Sorry, what was your point?
Okay, we'll finish out, I think, because we're running out of time. Javed, thank you so much for your contributions. Javed Bashir, you are the founder of the Independent Coalition, and Niak Gabani, the Iranian dissident, who you say, Niak, you spotted me down in Parliament Square today, did you?
Yes,
you clocked me. Did you have fun?
Really, I think that they are, for example, the leftists and Islamists openly supporting terrorists in Parliament Square, and they blaming the police and saying, asking the police, let's go, let's find a better job.
Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Really appreciate your contributions and your company. Have a good rest of your weekend. Thank you very much. Let us know what you think. gbnews.com/your say. Lots of you saying Mo Farah has just gone to Qatar for tax reasons. Somebody else, Barrow Boy, you've said Dubai is a hellhole and so is London. Dubai is full of charlatans and social media types while slave labour happens. Very materialistic. I agree with that. And very authoritarian. No rights for many. London, on the other hand, is a crime-infested... can't repeat what you said. You can imagine what Barrow Boy has said there.
And when Qatar is safe, let's go to Qatar.
There we go. Right, coming up, more than 1,200, yes, 1,200 illegal migrants have crossed the Channel since Emmanuel Macron and Sir Keir Starmer, our dear Prime Minister, signs their